Hello, welcome to F.I.T, Finances, Investments, and Trekking. I'm glad you came over here to the channel. Probably most people that are here on this channel came from my other channel, Trekking and Politics. And there's a reason why I started this channel. The reason why is because of some personal things that I am going through, and because I did a couple of videos on trekking and politics on the subject of stocks and investments and finances and all, and a couple of people showed some interest in it. Now, I want to give you a heads up right from the start. Most people most people come to YouTube for one or two reasons. One is they're just on here for personal fun. They're wanting a video segment to where they can go to it and see things that have happened to them in their life, documenting trips to Disneyland or just some type of personal reason. The larger group, come to YouTube to make money. I am a little bit of a gray area. I didn't come to YouTube for personal reasons. I didn't come to YouTube for financial gain. The way I see it is I had some stuff on my chest that I wanted to get out, and I wanted to help other truck drivers. That was my whole purpose of starting my first channel, Trucking and Politics. I'm going to continue on this with this channel. If it grows and it expands and it keeps going, if that's God's will, then that's the way it will go. If it becomes something different, then we'll just roll with it. Something that I have noticed about truckers since I first got into the trucking atmosphere. It was a long time ago, back in the early 80s. Some family members were in trucking. And then I noticed right away they were a different breed of people. The males in trucking were these macho men, over the top personalities. They fabricated stories. One would tell a tall tale, the other would have to overdo that person and tell an even taller tale. And it continued on to the point where you couldn't really believe anything any truck driver said. It was bloat and BS is what it was. Once I came to YouTube and started getting around YouTubers that are truckers, I found out this same thing still holds true. Especially owner operators that are talking about how much money they make, how much their gross income is, the loads that they pull. I see a lot just pick up a piece of paper or a notebook and say, this week I made $8,000 gross, and I only worked 4 days this week to get it. It's BS. It's BS. First of all, what I want you to think about is the facts of the matter. We have been in an economic downtrend for approximately 4 years now. Throughout the entire Joe Biden administration, the trucking industry, shipping and receiving, everything has been on this downward trend. Now, is there money to be made in it? Absolutely. There always has been and always will be. But we are in this downturn situation. Now, when I talk to my friends, my personal friends that are owner operators or used to be owner operators, they tell a totally different story than what I'm hearing on YouTube. I just talked to one a couple of days ago that I talk to very frequently, 3 or 4 times a day. And I was telling him this story about an owner operator on YouTube that came on that was saying he grossed $7,000 last week. My friend sat there and chuckled a little bit, and he said, how? Where is he leased onto? What lanes is he running? And I told him the lanes. One of the lanes was to Georgia. My friend is an owner operator. He pulls a reefer, just like the guy on YouTube. He has a load board. My friend does. And I said, where is he getting these rates at? Where is this money at? I don't know. That was his response. I don't know. No one that I know of, and he talks to even more owner operators than I do. And he said no one that I know of is making this kind of money in this environment that we're in. Now, let me tell you what's going on. People want to be superior. That's what the end game is here. If someone has a really nice, expensive truck, somebody wants to buy an even more expensive truck. If someone has a really nice house, someone else over here wants to buy an even more nicer, more expensive house. Back in the day, we used to call that keeping up with the Jones. The Jones lives next door. When they buy a riding lawnmower, you want to go buy a more expensive riding lawnmower to show off to your neighbor. That's the way trucking is. That's the way a lot of owner operators are. It is a blowhard, BS filled bloat of hot air. I'm just telling you the truth of the matter, folks. If you get on there onto someone's YouTube channel and they're holding up a notebook or a piece of paper saying, this is how much I made this week, take it with a grain of salt. Meaning, laugh about it and roll with it. Let them spew what they're spewing out there. But what I would say is, show me. You know, the state motto of Missouri, I work for a trucking company out of Missouri. Their state motto is, show me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me about it. Show me. That way I'll know. There's one sure way to know what owner operators make, and that is to look at their taxes. Now, these owner operators are not going to show you that. One, because it's personal information, but even if they marked out the personal information, they're still not going to show it to you, because it would be like taking a pen with a balloon, and popping it, and that balloon would be deflated. Do simple math here, folks. Do simple math. If you grossed $10,000 every week as an owner operator, 10,000, 52 weeks in a year, $520,000 a year gross. If you made half of that, you would be around 250,000 for the year, right? Just a little over, but around there. Where is that money going? That would be my question, is if you're making that type of money, if you're making $500,000 per year, where is that money going? Why are you still trucking? I promise you, if I made $500,000 in a year, I would probably be set for the next 2 or 3 years, and I wouldn't have to work at all. So why are these people continuously working when they're in that range of $6,000 to $7,000 weekly gross? You obviously have a spending problem, a major spending problem. What would happen if you were making that kind of money and all of a sudden it just shut off? Where are you going to get that money at again? So this is where all this is coming from. They want to continue on the story. They want to continue on the bloat. They want to proclaim that they're so much better and make so much better, more. So here's the point of this channel. Here's the point of this channel. Something has happened to me in my personal life, and I've talked about it on Trucking and Politics. It has been like a perfect storm for me. I was an owner-operator from 2007 until 23. I sold my house and moved, bought another house. At that same time, my truck as an owner-operator, my truck that I was using as an owner-operator, started having major problems. It went down. And then on top of that, the economy slammed. So it was bam, 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 3 strikes, and I was out. And I had to go back to company driving, making a quarter of the money that I was making as an owner-operator. Here's the thing. I'm catching up. And I'm catching up very quickly. And you know why? Because I have no expenses. When you're an owner-operator, you have outstanding expenses. Fuel, tires, shocks, windshields, headlights. You name it. The bills just keep rolling. One oil change will cost you $400 at least, if not more. A transmission, $20,000. Now you may get it done really cheap. I knew of an owner operator that bought a used transmission and a used clutch out of a junkyard and put in his truck himself. He did the work himself, put it in his truck himself, and he was fine. More than likely, you're not going to be able to buy a used transmission and have it installed by a shop. They're not going to want to do that. They're not going to want to stand behind it. There's not enough money in it for them. It's only just a few hours labor, so they won't make that much off of it. And they're like, no, we're not doing this. It's not happening. Here's the truth about why I want to do this channel. I want to be honest with myself, and I want to be honest with you. I want to prepare us for the future. I want to prepare myself for the future. I want to show you that you can cut through all of this BS and bloat, and you can take charge of your life and your finances, and you can move forward. I thought my world ended whenever I parked my owner operator truck. Now that I look back on it, it was actually a present sent down to me. I'm glad in a lot of ways I did park it. So much stress, so much expenses, and so little money. That's the truth. Now, like I said, there are some people that are doing it. There are some. And there are some that are doing well with it, even with this really bad economy that we're in. But even those people probably won't tell you the whole truth. They will tell you the truth they want you to hear. Folks, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm not here to win you over and tell you you have to buy this $100 book that I have made that is going to explain everything, is going to be the key to your financial goals. It's not that. I'm not selling the magic pill that you pop and all of a sudden all of your financial worries go away. I'm not selling anything. What I'm here for is to tell you, if you apply yourself and you do the things that need to be done, you will start seeing results. Now, one thing that I want to say here, I'm going to slip up and say it a lot probably, but one word that I would like to erase from vocabulary is budget. Because budget has such a negative connotation to it. It's like telling someone you need to go on a diet. You know, it's a very rude thing to say. You're very overweight, you're obese, you eat too much, you don't exercise enough, you need to go on a diet. Telling someone they need to go on a budget is the same concept. You need to go on a budget. There's your problem. Well, maybe that's not the problem. Maybe that's not the problem. Maybe you're budgeting down to the penny every single week, but you just can't get ahead. Then you need to look at see what your situation is, your income versus your expenses, and find out maybe you're just over your head. Maybe there's not a way that you can fix it in your current situation. But if you look at it and it shows on paper that there's more money left over than what should be, or what you're showing in your checking account, then maybe there is a situation there where it's an expense problem. There's expenses there that is holding you back. All of this stuff I want to discuss on this channel, and I want to focus on truckers. I do, because I am one. I want to focus on finances, investments, and trucking. That's why I created this channel, to help other truckers out and to help myself out, and for us to go through this together in an honest and truthful way. You're not going to hear me lie. You're not going to hear me tell you all of this BS bloat stories to glorify myself, to make you look bad, why don't we all go through it together? This is an introduction to the channel. Hopefully a lot of people will come on. Hopefully a lot of people will be interested in this. If not, hopefully the ones that are coming here will get some value out of it. I know I'm going to be trying harder than I've ever tried before for myself, and I'll give you that information along the way. With that being said, I'm going to end this video here, but there is more and more and more to come. Hopefully the channel will gain some traction. Hopefully we'll get some subscribers and get more people in here. The more people on board, the better off we'll be all together. With that being said, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.